So the first number we're going to look at is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 too, 16. We have a similarity in the way that we pronounce the numbers. They're all having one word for each number. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once we have them from 1 to 16, where we have one word for each one of these, I'm just going to repeat it for the sake of repetition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then we have a different way of saying it for the next few numbers, and that is 17, 18, 19. And then we have another difference, 20. And then 21. And then another difference, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then we have 30, and then 31. So you might be seeing a similarity by now. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So the similarity is that these are pronounced similarly, 22, 23, 32, 33. And then in the middle you have 20, that's one word. But here you have 21. And here you have 31, which means 20 and 1 and 30 and 1. So this is the difference here, where what you're basically saying is 20 et 1, or 20 and, well, it's 20 and 1. And here you're saying 30 et 1, or 30 et and 1, 30 and 1. So that is a difference. And this goes on for the next couple of ones. So we stopped at 40. It's going to be 40. Then it's 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. And then we have a difference yet again. And instead of saying 70, what you're going to be saying is 60, 10. So the word for 70 is 70, which, if you put the literal meaning, it is saying 60, 10, and the plus is implied. 70, 10. That's what the word is for 70. 70, 10. And then it becomes even more interesting. 60 et 11, which translates literally to 60, 11, and the plus is implied, or in this case it's and. 60 and 11, which is 60 et 11. And then it becomes 72, which, if you translate literally, is 60, 12, and the plus is implied. So here the difference is that the plus is not just implied, they actually say and. So it's 60 et 11, but then after that it's 72, and as we continue on, it just keeps going on. 73, 74, 75, 76. So up till now, it is basically 60, 12, 60, 13, 60, 14, 60, 15, 60, 16. And then it does become 60, 17 as well. But if you remember from before how we were saying 17 was basically 17. This was being said as 10, 9, and the plus is implied. And this one was 10, 8 with the plus being implied. And this one was 10, 7 with the plus implied. So that carries on with the 77, and what you have is 77, 78, 79, which is basically saying 60, 17, and the plus is implied, 60, 18, and the plus is implied, and this one is 60, 19, and the plus is implied. And then you have 80, which is 80. It is different. 80 means 420, or 4 times 20, or 4 20s, you can say, which actually does make up 80. So mathematically it does make sense, but it is pronounced 80. And then we have a difference as well. 81. And there is no and. So what it's saying is 420 and then 1. So it's saying 4 20s, 1. 81. 80. 80. So the implication is 4 times 20 plus 1. 80. And then it continues on. 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So let's review what the difference was here. Let's go back to make it even more firm in our heads. So initially we had one word from 1 to 16, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then we have two words, 17, 18, 19, then 20, then 21, and then 22, 23, 24, and so on. And then 31, then 32, 33, 34, then 40, 41. Just gonna write that on. 41, right? And that goes 42, 43, 44, and then 51, and then 52, 53, 54, and on. And then we have 60, and then 61, 62, 63, 64. And then we had the difference again. So we have the difference in 70. Let's go backwards. The difference was starting from 17, and then it was here as well. Then these are all the same as above, and then the difference is at 70, and then at 80 again it's different. So at 70 we have 70, and then 71. So it's 71, just like it was before. We had 61, 51, 41, so it's and 1, 71. But for 80, it is 80, 4 20s. For 81, it's 81, and there is no A. So that is a big difference here. There is no A, no A. That's something you got to be mindful of. There is no A for 80. 81 does not have the A, as does 71, which is 71, and 61, which was 61, 51, 41. So that is another major difference for 80, which you should remember is 80. There's no A here. And then it just goes 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. And then we have another difference to remember. For 90, it's 90, which is saying 4 times 20, or 4 20s, plus 10. Plus is implied. So 80, that's this. That's 80. 10. 80. And then for 91, it is 91. So we're losing the A here as well. The A is gone. It's 91. 80 is 80. 11 is 11. So 80 plus 11 is 91. And then it continues on from there. 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So what it's doing is 91, there's no A, just like there was no A in 80. 81 had no A in it either, so there's no A in the 91 either. So just got to remember that. No A, which is and. And finally, we have 100, which is 100. That's it. Those are the numbers from 1 to 100, and the highlights are from 1 to 16, it's one word, then 17, 18, 19, then 20, then it's 21, and then 22, 23, 24, 31, 41, 51, 61, and then the difference arises at 70, where you say 60, 10, 70, and 71 becomes 71, and then at 80 it becomes 80, which is 4 20s, and we lose the A at 81. There's no more A, which we had before at 71, 61, 51. So for 81, from 81 onwards, we don't have A's anymore. A meaning and. 80, and then 82, 83, and so on until we have 90. So it's 89 and 90. It just continues on. 91. Notice there's no A here either. 92, 93. So that's basically saying 80 plus 11, 80 plus 12, 80 plus 13. That's what that's saying until 99, which is 99. And then one word for the number 100, which is 100. Please take this time to click on like and favorite this video. And thank you for your support.